this video, let's talk about public funds, the public funds you can access and the ones you can't access, and how to go about it. Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Chinemerem. If it's your first time on my channel, hi, you are most welcome. Please do well to like this video, share and subscribe to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, you are more than amazing. Thanks for coming back. So I think I've put out some videos and some people have been asking me what do you mean by public funds, and some people will also ask is this particular thing public funds, is that particular thing public funds, and you know, all of that. Now if you want to access something, the first thing you should do is to go to Department for Work and Pensions or HM Revenue and Customs. They should be your first line of contact if there's anything that looks appealing to you and you want to access it. Contact these people and ask them, please, can I access this? Check my details with you. Do you think with my details, do you think I can access this or that? And that's the first thing you should do. They should be the first ones to advise you on whatever you want to access, to be sure that you are qualified to access that thing. But on a flat note, or you know, on a flat whatever, I'm going to be telling you guys what public funds are and the public funds you should not access and the ones you should access. So public funds are just a range of benefits that are given to people on a low income, and they include housing support. It's mostly monetary, but it can also include giving you accommodation and housing support. This is just the basic definition of public funds, just some benefit given to people on a low income. Now, there are some people that are entitled to access public funds, and there are some people that are not allowed to access public funds. Now, you are not allowed to access public funds if you are on any visa at all. Whether it's tier 2, tier 4, global talent, entrepreneurship, business, any other visa at all, you are not allowed to access public funds. But there are also some funds you can access in the UK that are not public funds, even though they may look like public funds, but they are not public funds. The only people allowed to access public funds are mostly those that have indefinite leave to remain or British citizens. The ones that are public funds include income-based job seekers allowance. Now we have income support, we have child tax credit, and sometimes these public funds you can really access them even though you are on a visa. It can be given to you, but do not accept. Sometimes you can apply, for instance, this child benefit. Sometimes you will apply for it and they'll give it to you. They will not refuse you. That's another part of it. You just tell somebody you're not qualified to get it. But if you can accept it, it's a problem, because when you want to apply for your indefinite leave or extension of your visa, they won't agree because you've already accessed public funds. It's more like a gift of the devil. You can either accept or reject it. So if you accept it, problem. If you reject it, you're lucky, you're good. So for this one now, child benefit especially, you may be tempted to accept child benefit because yes, I've got kids and then they should be giving some money. Since some other kids are getting the same money, please do not accept or access child benefit. You are not entitled. If you are on a student visa, on a work visa, global talent, any visa at all, do not access or accept child benefit. As enticing as it may look, a problem. Next one you shouldn't accept is universal credit. This one is also very enticing. I remember years ago, I think in 2017 or so, when I tried to access universal credit, and luckily I was refused. I even thank God they refused, because I felt, well, I was in a low income then, so I should be able to access this, and they refused. I was angry then, but thank God they didn't even accept, because I would have been talking long story by now. So the other one you should not access as well is a social fund payment, housing benefits. Don't go for housing benefits. You may be stranded outside, I know all of that, or don't go for housing benefit. However, there is an however to this. Especially if you've got kids, these social workers or any of them can give you an accommodation for a while for you to fix something. This is not public funds. However, before they offer you, please ask them, is this public funds? If possible, they should even send you an email. Ask them via email. They should reply via email that this is not public funds before you accept it. Don't accept it if you are not sure whether it is public funds or not, because when it comes to housing, there are two parts to it. There is housing benefit, and there is also housing that social workers or the social service or council can give you for a while you set yourself up to get your own accommodation. Because it's getting real this September. People are looking for house up and down, and there's no house anywhere. There's no accommodation anywhere, so it's getting real. So another thing you should not accept or access is domestic rate relief. This is mostly for Northern Ireland. state pension credit, attendance allowance, severe disablement allowance, personal independence payment, carers allowance, disability living allowance, and allocation of local authority housing, and local authority homelessness assistance. Example, this allocation of local authority housing and local authority homelessness assistance, that one is quite different. But when the social workers wants to help you, maybe to give you an accommodation for a night just for your kids, so that by tomorrow you can find a way out, that one is not public funds. But please do not take my word for it. Kindly ask, kindly ensure you are asking before you accept it. Now, there are some assumed public funds that are not public funds, and you can access these ones. For instance, your maternity allowance. Because you know that maternity allowance, if your company does not pay you and you qualify, the government can pay you, which you go to job center to apply for. And yes, so normally if your company says, well, we cannot pay you for one reason or the other, job center should pay you this, which will come from the government. So this one, people have asked, it is not public funds. Statutory maternity pay is not public funds. No, it's not. If you are pregnant and you qualify, if your company says they will not pay you, your job center or the government should be able to pay you this, and at the end of the day you should be making about 6,000 thereabouts. So imagine free 6,000 pounds. So it's not public funds. Please go ahead, access it, enjoy it. Okay, it's not public funds at all. Now there is also free prescription, I think maternity exemption. Yes, it's called maternity exemption card or certificate. This is a card that your midwife would give to you, which would go to the pharmacy to request for your prescriptions. You know that adults are supposed to pay for their prescriptions, and sometimes it could be from £9 and above. But if you get this exemption certificate or letter or that card, you don't have to pay for your prescriptions while you are pregnant and 1 year after pregnancy. With that exemption certificate as well, you can go for your dental care. You don't have to pay for that as well, because you are exempted, you are pregnant, so your pregnancy is your exemption. So yeah, just get the certificate from your midwife and start accessing some free things. They are totally free of charge. You don't have to pay for them. So for this one, go to your midwife. She will fill the form and sign for you. Then you send it off, and after a few days, depending on when it was sent off, and depending on the what, oh god, depending on the time of delivery, you would normally get the card, the maternity exemption certificate or so, delivered to your house. So get it signed up by your midwife and start enjoying some free things, because sometimes I will throw the body below. Another thing is that children are entitled to some free prescription, their cream, their medicines, you know, some things you can get free for children, and it is not public funds. This will be able to give your children their creams, like, you know, your pomade or cream, whatever you call it, for their bodies. They don't need to pay for it. It is free of charge and it's not public funds. And also some medications will come from your GP free of charge for your kids if they are below 16 years, and they are not public funds as well. Yeah, so but please, I will say again, don't take my word for it. Anyone you are accessing, ensure you are asking questions. Don't just live in denial. You get, some people are living in denial because they feel this one is public funds, or this one that it is free. Are you sure it's not public funds? You get, so no, not everything that is free that is public funds. I know most of them are, but some of them are not. So start accessing help in times of need, and don't just think, well, it's public funds, I cannot accept it, and then you're dying in silence, you're dying in poverty, and you're saying because it's public funds. No, please check out before you accept, but make sure you are accessing right help in times of need, right? Another payment that is free of charge is guardians allowance. It is not public funds. Widows benefit and bereavement benefit is free, not public funds. Retirement pension, of course, is free, not public funds. Incapacity benefit is free and it's not public funds. And contribution-based job seekers allowance. This is contribution, because we know we have income-based job seekers allowance. That one is public funds, but contribution-based job seekers allowance is not public funds. So please, you can go ahead and access those ones. So you get what I mean? So we now know that public funds are maybe kind of support the government gives to her citizen. not people that are coming from outside the UK, but they give to their citizens to, you know, cushion some one or two effects. Of course, you know, they are always lucky, they are very lucky. Yes, so but basically that's what public funds are. And if you are on a visa, you should not accept or access public funds. However, there are some you should accept or access. There are some online platforms where you can get free food. There are some places where you can get free foods. These ones are not public funds. Please, if you are hungry or you need food, kindly go to them and get some foods for you, for your kids. But they're not public funds, they are free of charge. Please go ahead and access them. Okay, yes, you guys, that's about public funds. But like I said, if you want to access anything and you're not sure if it's public funds or not, kindly contact HMRC, which is Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, or Department of Work and Pensions, DWP. These ones, they will advise you whether you can access whatever you're going to access and if it is public funds or not. Right? So don't forget, don't die in silence. Speak out, access things, but ensure they're not public funds. Now that's all about this video. I hope it helps. Kindly share to people so they are aware. Until I see you again in the next one, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Do take care, stay safe, and